Ever fresh, ever clean. When you see me a step, you should know I'm a queen. Queen of the jungle. Queen of the jungle. Queen.
Hey guys, it's your girl HairbyRhema and welcome to another YouTube video. As you all can see in the title today, I will be showing you all how I achieve these medium textured locks, right? Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and without further ado, let's just get straight into this video. Okay guys, so first things first, we use 2 packs of Lilly Spring Twist in the colors 2 and 27. So 2 is brown, it's closer to black, and 27 is gold, right? So they will be doing C parting or free parting, right? So that's what I'm just going to do here. I'm going to part out her entire head. I can't remember exactly how much we had, but I know it was like close to 30 locks, sorry. Okay, so as you all saw on the thumbnail, her hair is longer than the bob length. So I will be showing you all in the video how I got her hair to fit into the length that I wanted, which is the bob length, which is by her neck, and her hair is like shoulder length, right? So I'm just gonna show you all the process of how I achieved my free parting, and you can just look at that, and I'll come back to you all when I start doing the locks. I also forgot to mention the hair she used today. She bought it from Sassy Hair Lounge on Instagram, so you can check her out for your spring twist. You can also check out Braids Beauty and Beyond TT or Curls Bay by SC for your spring twist here to do your butterfly or textured locks. Okay, now this is more of a watch me do it video, but I have certain tips and tricks throughout the video to show y'all, so I will be speeding up the video most of the time just so you can look at how I'm achieving the style, but at some point I will slow down just to give you some tips and show you certain things that I do to achieve my locks. Okay, Okay, so I'm finished parting out her entire head. As you can see, I started with box plaits and coming down to the ends of her hair, I twisted it. That's so when she takes out the locks, it will be easy for her to unplait her hair. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you all how I get her long hair to tuck into the lock. So what I do is I take my crochet needle and I hook it onto the needle and I bring her hair from the bottom through the root, and then I just twist it down so that the braid becomes shorter. So yeah, I don't know if you'll understand what I mean, like how I'm explaining it, but you can look at the video to see what I mean. And that is literally all I do, and that's how I get the hair. It's really easy. You just need a crochet needle and you just hook the ends of her hair and bring it back through her roots and twist down, so that way if she cuts out the lock, she wouldn't be cutting her hair, because her hair would be like way a good way above the length of the lock. Also, as I mentioned before, we used 2 packs of the Lilly spring twist here, and what I did is that I didn't want the locks to come out too thick. The strands in the Lilly spring twist, they are really thick, so what I do, I split them in half. So I'm using 1 strand in the back on each lock, and I split it in half so that it comes like I'm joining 2 strands. And then when I reach closer to the middle, I start to use 3 strands and then 4 strands to the top, which is basically like 2 strands of hair because I'm splitting each strand in 2. So yes, you will see me doing that as well. So that is all the tips that I really had. Comment down later in the video, I will show you all how I extended the textured locks. Now remember, this is not an in-depth tutorial on how I achieve my textured locks, but I do have one up on how I achieve both my butterfly and textured locks on my page, so I will link the card right here in the video so you can go look at that video as well. But I will show you all how I extended these locks. So as I said, I'm leaving you all to watch the process, and I'll be back to show you all how I extend the locks when I'm almost finished. Okay, so as I was telling you, these strands were really thick, right? So what I did, I took one strand and I split it in half. This is for when I reached the top. I split that strand in half, and then I took another strand and I left that strand whole, right? So I used 2 strands in total at the top, and I split one in half. So what I'm doing here, I'm just twisting the hair so that it gets shorter, and I'm going to use one of the thinner strands first, right? I'm going to pull that down, make sure it's the same length as the others, and then I'm going to start wrapping with the thinner strand. That's so that from the roots it wouldn't be bulky, it wouldn't look like a big, I don't know how to describe it, but it will be thin from the roots, and then coming down the lock will have body. So then I take the strand that I didn't split in half, and I use that to give the middle of the lock more body and stuff. And then I took the last strand, which is the thin strand from what I split in 2, and then I use that to finish off the lock. And that is how I achieve the locks at the top. So you can just look at me doing that. Also, I forgot to mention, when I'm adding in the strands, the first strand, I like to, when I pull it through the roots, what I do is that I make sure that one side of the strand is the same length of the other locks, and then I wrap with the other side. And then when I'm adding it on, you always see it here, when I'm adding on the second strand, what I like to do is I make it really long and short. I pull it so that it's like only like 2 to 3 inches that I'm holding on with the lock, and then I use like the rest of the strand, which is like, it will be really long. I use that to wrap. So you always see that here, what I mean, like I'm talking a lot, but you always see what I mean now, because I'm gonna add in the second strand. So I pull it so that only like 2 to 3 inches is where I'm holding the lock, and then I use the rest of the strand, which will be really long, I use that to wrap. And then when I'm adding the last one, which is the third strand, the thin strand, I like to double it so that it will keep the body coming down to the end. So yeah, I don't know if you all know what I mean, but I'll see if I get a part in the video to show you. Okay, so when I'm finished, of course I have to do my finishing touches. The camera kind of slide to the side, so at some point you won't really see what I'm doing properly, but basically I just put mousse in her hair, I did her edges, I oiled her scalp, and that was it. And I sprayed her hair with the Shannon Jam finishing spray, and that was all for my finishing touches, as you can see here. And that was it, kids. This is the finished product. I love how this bob came out. I hope you all did too. Y'all can leave your reviews in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, or follow me on Instagram. Y'all can also DM me on Instagram to make appointments of if y'all have any questions. Bye.